Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Buccaneers are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Falcons, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Larry, it's something that Floridians are all too familiar with as the rain continues to fall here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
On the return, this is Jacquizz Rodgers. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Winston now to throw on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. From the shotgun, Ryan hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Ryan. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. Again, it's Martin. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down. Here's the run with Martin. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get up field, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We've got a 3rd and 11. To throw, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. And that's the first connection, the #1 overall pick in 2015, finding the #7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Back to the ground, Martin. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They run it again with Martin. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 3rd and long for Winston. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Ricardo Allen with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. After the interception, here's Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, Hill. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But the fans should be applauding this defense right now. That's an excellent job. They force a 3-and-out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Here's Winston. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Collins. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
They begin the drive with Hill. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Again, it's Hill. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
This is 3rd-and-1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So 2nd and 10 here. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run on first down. Hill. Oh, he shifts past him. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Second down and 4. They run it again with Hill. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Again, they run with Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Six yards to go here on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down now, Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
On third down, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run it with Hill, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he puts it through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Jameis now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Second down, Winston. Gets it to the rookie from Penn State. It's Chris Godwin. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
First down, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second down following the incompletion. Now Winston. Looking deep downfield. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go now.
Jameis again. And that's incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Get up!
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a former New Mexico Lobo, it's Jarrell Presley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge. No place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Now Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Following the interception, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Winston going for it all. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The busy night continues for Hill. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On third down, Ryan. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So out come the Bucs now. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Airing this one out for Evans. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Bucs on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On first down, Hill. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he's got some space here. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Most players would tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. You got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
34 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run on first down. Hill, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hill. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 2nd down, Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Here's Presley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The first down throw for Winston. He's going to let this go deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On first down, Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. On the run, this is Presley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll run again with Presley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So the D-line's going to spread out. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 40 yards. On 1st and 10, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. Throwing, Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll throw again. Winston. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll run on 1st down. Hill, he finds an opening past the 40. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 31 yards there and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a carry here for Presley. A beautiful fake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. They'll run. This is Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll keep it on the ground. Hill. And a short gain down to about the 33. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Ready. Blue ready.
Now a second down throw for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. The Bucks on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, check. Money.
Jameis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said,